So it is time for our next installment of the tremendously tumultuous transcontinental travel trip. Do you realize I think I say it different every time? It's a bunch of T words. We've been all over the place. We said farewell to America. We went straight to Peru, and I had to figure out the gibberish that Alex, our tour guide, was saying to us. We went from Peru to um, where did we go? To Germany. And then that's where we had to look at the different reviews of the Brandon Brandenburg Gate. And then we went to Kenya, where we learned about the possibility of taking a safari, but we had to fix it because the ink had splattered all over the brochure and we weren't sure what it said. And then we went to Ireland most recently, and now we have left Ireland. We're actually a little bit closer to home. Today we're going to Canada. So let's look and see what's happening in Canada, shall we? Let me make myself get out of here and show you the work for today. This is Welcome to Canada. You're going to type your first and last name here. Usually this is a required question, but you don't get points for it. Today you get 1 point for it, but here's what you need to know. Google doesn't know what your name is, and it won't give you credit for that. So when you submit it at the end, if you did a perfect score on this, it's going to tell you made a 99. I'll go back in and give you that extra point for your name. So don't stress it. Whatever you make at the end of this, add a point to it, as long as you type your first and last name correctly. If you don't type it with capital letters, I'm not giving you the point. So maybe you should use capital letters, okay? Thanks. Our directions are going to be a little bit different than what it says here, but read on. We're doing the same thing. It's telling you to underline something or write something in a box. We're not going to do that. We have some multiple choice and some check boxes to choose from today. So, welcome to Canada. You've spent many hours researching your Canadian adventure. You finally found a website with the top 3 visitor attractions in all of Canada. As you read, look at the multiple meaning words underlined in each description. And then this is where it gets different. It says in the first box, write your own definition or a synonym for the way it's being used in the description. And in the second, write another meaning of the word. We're doing the same thing. We're looking at the multiple meanings and we're figuring out how it's actually used in these descriptions, but we're going to do it digitally. So that's going to be a little bit different. Let's see. So here's our first description of a place that we should go when we're in Canada. The number 1 place would be Quebec City. And it says, when you step foot onto the cobblestone streets and see the stunning cathedrals standing before you, it might be hard to believe your eyes. This 400-year-old city, though, is the kind of place that will make all your senses beg for more. Okay, so they've underlined 1, 2, 3, 4 words here. These 4 words can mean different things. We've talked about multi-meaning words before. Take the word run. I can run for president. I can run away. I can run a business. I can let the water run in the faucet. I can have maybe my nose is running. Um, Girls in your tights or hose, you can have runs in there where they've been snagged. Sometimes even your leggings can do that. I can run like I'm running a marathon. I can also like flee, like run away, run. Well, that's 1 3-letter word, has all those meanings. So these are words that have multiple meanings. So the first question you're going to be asked about each of these, what can the word mean? So what can the word foot mean? Well, when people ask you how tall you are, what do you say? Or okay, hello, coronavirus. How far apart do we have to be from each other? 6 what? Yes, feet. So foot is a distance measurement. So you're going to click that one. But it says to choose 2. And if you don't choose 2, you won't get your 6 points. So be careful. What else can the word mean? I think you know. You have 2 of them. You put socks and shoes on them every day because they're a body part. So for this question, you're going to choose 2. Okay. The next question says, well, what does the word foot mean in this description? It's either going to be a measurement or it's going to talk about your body part. Well, let's go look and see. When you step foot onto the cobblestone street, am I measuring the street? No, I'm putting my actual foot onto the street. So here, foot actually means a body part. That's how you do this. It's not tricky, right? So let's look at what sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's look at this paragraph again. Cobblestone streets are just streets that aren't paved like the roads we drive on, but they're literally rocks that have like cement or mortar between them, and so they're really, really bumpy. But they're the cobblestone streets. The stunning cathedral. A cathedral is a word we don't use a whole lot around here. It's a large church. Often cathedrals are connected to Catholic churches. Standing before you, it might be hard to believe your eyes. This 400-year-old city, though, is the kind of place that will make all of your senses beg for more. Now, your menu to choose from is going to be the same for this whole paragraph. So, being friendly or warm, a distance measurement, which we said was a foot, difficult, a body part, also a foot, type, in front, occurring, this means happening, ahead of something else, and like a rock. And you have to tell me what can the word foot mean and choose 2, and what does the word foot mean in that description and tell the one thing it means. What can the word before mean? Choose 2. What does the word before mean in that paragraph? Choose 1. What can the word hard mean? Choose 2. What does the word hard mean in that description? Choose 1. What can the word kind mean? Choose 2. What does the word kind mean? Choose 1. Getting it? Let's look at our second description. Another place we should go is Toronto. Just one moment in Toronto leaves no question about the fact that it's the largest city in Canada. Look to the left, and you might see one of the largest towers in the world. Look to the right, and you could head down one of the longest streets in the world. Epic. So here we're going to be looking at the word leaves, left, and head. So here, what can the word leaves mean? You're going to choose 2. Well, let's look at what our choices are now. To go away from, plants and foliage. Foliage is another word for plants, something with leaves. I just gave you the answer, didn't I? Something that remains, a direction, a body part, or to go toward. Okay, so what can leaves mean? Well, we just found out that plants and leaves are the same, right? Plants and foliage can be leaves. If I leave you here, I'm going away from you, right? Let's go back and look. Just 1 minute in Toronto leaves no question. It doesn't go away from a question about the fact. This isn't talking about just one moment in Toronto, plants, no question about the fact. It's not about plants, is it? So when I choose the 1 answer, I'm going to choose to go away from, leaves. Okay. What can the word left mean? Choose 2. What does the word left mean? Choose 1. What can the word head mean? Choose 2. What does the word head mean? Choose 1. And then we have our final description about Vancouver. So let's read. The wide range of landscapes in Vancouver make it a popular destination. You can hike, ski, and mountain bike on one of the mountain ranges. You can enjoy the beach, or you can kayak or raft one of the many waterways. Can you handle the adventure? So we have range and handle. So we're down to just 2 words here. Okay. What can the word range mean? So a wide range of landscapes. So our choices are a variety, to manage or complete, an open area for hunting or grazing, or something to hold onto or steer. A wide range of landscapes. could be a wide variety of landscapes. If I say that your grades ranged from a 20 to 100, that's a variety of different grades, isn't it? So that's definitely what a range can be. Okay. And think about the song Home, Home on the Range, where the deer and the antelope play. What kind of range is that? It's an open area for those animals to graze and sometimes for you to hunt them out on the range. Okay. So here, though, the wide range of landscapes in Vancouver make it a popular destination. There are mountains, there are beaches, there are waterways. So what does range mean here? We have to choose one. Well, it's a variety. We have 3 different types of landscapes, so it's a variety of landscapes. So what can the word handle mean? You're going to choose 2 of these. And what does it mean in this description? You're going to choose one. Now, let me say this. Google doesn't do a good job of grading things when it asks for 2 answers. It will give you the full 6 points if you get them both, but if you only get one and not the other, it gives you 0 points. I will go back and grade these. So if you get one, you'll get 3 points. If you get both of them, you'll get 6. So please don't stress about your grade at the end of this. It will change. When I grade it, I'll fix it, I'll write the grade down, and then I'll return it to you. When I return it to you, that's when you can see what your actual final grade was. Okay? All right. I think we've been through this. I've given you half the answers, it feels like, so I think you're going to be okay. But if you have any questions, just like always, you can email me, unless you're sitting here in my class, and then you can ask me. Okay? Okay. Go figure out what these words mean, what they can mean, and what they do mean. And I'll catch you next time. Who knows where we're going to end up next? Well, I do, but I'm not telling.